Hi friends, good morning. I hope that you had a good weekend and are staying safe and healthy. I had a pretty good weekend myself. I really did. So today I'm going to be reading our book from a different location. This is actually my office. This is my home office. You see I have all of my peeps up there. I have all of my books. These little drawers are filled with stuff that I can use for my videos. I have my computer in the back. I was actually working on some stuff. So that's why I'm in my little office right now, okay? But for today's book, we've read this book before in the classroom when we did our trees theme. Who Lives in Trees? And it's by Trish, Holland, okay? So as we read the book, I would like for you to think about what animals might live in trees. Okay? Because there are more animals that live in trees other than just squirrels and birds. Did you know that? Yeah, there's other animals that live in trees. So how about we open up the book and find out? Okay, but I still want you to keep on thinking because you might think of an animal that might be in this book. Yep. So keep on thinking, okay? Have those brain juices going. Okay? Get them going. Get them going. You ready? Who Lives in Trees by Trish Holland. Go to the first page. Who lives in this tree? With wings I can fly to my nest way up high. What does that animal look like? Yes, I am an owl. I live in this tree. So owls are a type of bird. Yep, owls are actually nocturnal. Nocturnal is a big juicy word. Nocturnal means that they are awake at night. They sleep during the day and they wake up at night to go eat. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Let's focus on this page right here. Who lives in this tree? With strong tail and arms, I can swing all day long. What does that animal look like? I am a monkey. I live in this tree. Yeah, look. The monkey swings from the tree. Who lives in this tree? With sticky little toes, I can climb upside down. Who lives in that tree? A frog. Yep, you're right. But this one is called a tree frog because they live in trees. He lives in that tree. Who lives in this tree? With long tail and claws. What are claws? Yep. Hands that have long nails, right? Like paws. Some animals have claws. I can climb anytime. So this little fellow right here looks a little funny. So he kind of looks like a bear, but look at his long face. What do you think this animal might be? Those are pretty good guesses. But it says, I am an anteater. He's an anteater. What do you think this long part of his face is? His nose, his mouth. Yeah, it's actually both. And inside he has a very long tongue. And that tongue, he uses it to scoop up the ants. He lives in that tree. Who lives in this tree? With skin stretched like wings, I can glide side to side. What kind of an animal is that? Those are some really good guesses. It says, I am a flying dragon. Ooh. It's a type of lizard. Okay? He lives in that tree. Let's find out who our next friend is. Who lives in this tree? With wings I can fly to my big buzzing hive. What are those things? They buzz into their hive. Yes, I am a bee. I live in this tree. Look at all those bees. I would want to leave them alone, right? It's better to just leave them alone. You ready for this one? Who lives in this tree? I scrape out a den, but it smells just a bit. Whew. These little friends are a little bit stinky. Yep, I am a skunk, and I live in this tree. We're gonna leave them alone too, huh? Yeah. Who lives in this tree? With strong grip and claws, remember? Claws, again, I hold on with my paws. What kind of an animal is that? Yeah, he does kind of look like a bear, doesn't he? Because he is a bear. This is a koala. He lives in that tree. Who lives in this tree? With wings I can flit to a banquet on the branch. Who is that little friend right there? Remember when we're in the classroom, sometimes they're inside of the classroom? Over by the windows? A ladybug. Yep. I live in this tree. Who lives in this tree? With sharp, tiny claws, I can run just for fun. A squirrel. I am a squirrel. I live in this tree. Who lives in this tree? With wings I can flutter from my comfortable cocoon. Yes, I am a butterfly. I live in this tree. So remember that before it's a butterfly, it's a cocoon. Do you remember that video that Teacher Victoria showed you? Who lives in this tree? Hooks and claws on my tiny feet help me walk on my web. A spider, right? And if we see a spider like that, how about we just leave it alone? Let's just leave it alone. It's not doing us any harm. Who lives in this tree? With humming wings, I dart to the babies in my nest. Look at that. Yeah, that's a bird. Look at its beak. This bird is called a hummingbird, and he lives in that tree. Or she lives in that tree. Look, she's feeding her babies. Oh, this one's good. Who lives in this tree? With my muscles I can climb. Then I make a cozy coil. Look at that, friends. Yeah, that's a snake. That one is called a tree snake. It's called a tree snake because it lives up in the trees. Wow, it's beautiful, isn't it? But again, my friends, if we see a snake like that, let's just leave it alone. Okay? Who lives in this tree? I fly to my nest. My dead tree is the best. It's a bird, yep. But do you see its beak? It has a long beak. These birds are called woodpeckers. Sometimes if you're outside and you hear something go like this, that's probably a woodpecker. Okay? And it's pecking its beak into the tree to look for some bugs. Who lives in this tree? With wings I fly up, then I hang with head down. Who's that friend right there? A bat. Yep, that's a bat. And bats are also nocturnal, just like the owls. Do you remember what nocturnal means? What does nocturnal mean? Yes. Thank you for remembering. Yes, nocturnal means that they are awake at night. That's when they go out to look for food. They sleep all day and they're awake all night. Who lives in this tree? With eggs in my nest, I sit warm in my nook. Look at that, friends. That's a bird. Yeah, but what color is it? Do you see it? It's blue. I am a bluebird. I live in this tree. Who lives in this tree? With claws I dig tunnels. Tree roots are my roof. Look at that funny guy. Those are really good guesses. It says, I am a wombat. I live in this tree. Look at that. A wombat. Who lives in this tree? No claws and no wings. Our feet aren't sticky things. That's just a friend. We are just kids. We play in this tree. Look at that. They're playing at the tree. How cool is that? Now let's look at what is good for trees. Okay? So what is good for trees? What does that look like right there? Sunshine. Yep. What about this down here? This is dirt, soil. And right here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's raining. So trees need sunshine, they need soil, and they need rain in order for them to keep growing stronger, right? Now let's look at things that are bad for trees. Ready? So things that are bad for trees. This is a big juicy word. Ready? Drought. Drought is when something is super dry because there is no rain, there's no water. A forest wildfire. Okay, so fires are bad for trees. This can kill trees, okay? So it's very important to not play with fire. Pests and diseases. So pests can be little bugs that can eat the trees, and that, or sometimes trees get diseases, trees get sick, and that's how they die. Okay, so we got to make sure that our trees can have sunlight, soil, and rain in order for them to remain strong. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed today's book. It was a longer book, but I felt like this was a really good book to talk about today. Okay, so my friends, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you stay healthy, and remember to wash your hands as much as you can. All right, I will be back tomorrow with a really cool activity. And so have a good day.